Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to your reading. We're just clearing the energy of the cards here. I felt through this week as I continued to do these readings that there was a lot of energy here that just needed to be cleared out from our spaces and stuff. So let's just take some nice big deep breaths here. Yes. All right. So this is a reading for February for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Maybe you just have a lot of Scorpio in your chart. But we're looking at the message here that Spirit wants to bring to your attention. Okay. February is going to be a big month, Scorpio. There's a lot going on. Mercury started its retrograde on January 30th, and it is retrograding in the sign of Aquarius. There is a lot happening in Aquarius. If you are into astrology at all, I highly recommend that you go down the rabbit hole and figure out all what's going on in Aquarius and how it could be affecting your signs and what you may be feeling throughout this month. So we're going to start with the Archangel Oracle here. And these are messages that the Archangel really wants you to keep in mind here for the month of February. Archangels, thank you for your messages here for Scorpio for the month of February. Thank you. All right, Scorpio. So we have courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. That's a beautiful energy to start off with here. We also have hello from heaven. Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of your worries and feel their loving blessings. Beautiful. I love when that card comes out. And comfort. Oh, this is also from Archangel Azrael. I am with you in your time of need, helping your heart to heal. Comfort. Beautiful energies here from the Archangels to start this reading off. Okay. Oh, look at this. You are safe. Archangel Michael, I am protecting you against lower energies and guarding you, your loved ones, and your home. Oh, and it's interesting because breathe, when I was shuffling, I seen breathe, it kept popping up. I could see it within the deck, but it never actually came out. But it says breathe, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energies and to release old patterns. That could be very much why I felt drawn to start our reading off with Sage here. Okay, so we are going to get right into this, Scorpio. So we're using the we're using the Energy Oracle Tarot. Can I talk today? No, we are using the Energy Oracle deck here. And we are going to pull energies that the energies here that Spirit wants to discuss within this message, okay? It doesn't mean that it'll be all the energies that you're feeling throughout the month. It certainly might not even be the biggest energy that you feel, but we are looking at the one here that Spirit wants to really bring to your attention for this month of February, okay? All right, Scorpio. Spirit, can you give us the energy here for the recent past energy of Scorpio? What is the recent past energy of Scorpio? We are discussing the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra. What about the current energy here, Spirit? Oh my, there's a lot of extra. Angel of Love. I'm only taking the ones that are flipping over. There's extras that are coming out with them, but we're going to clarify these with tarot anyway, so I'm only going to take the cards that flip upright. The challenging energy here. What could be the challenging energy here for Scorpio for this month of February? Hostilities. Well, that's a challenge. All right. And our near future. What is the near future energy here, Spirit, that you would like to discuss with Scorpio? A man holding a coin. Okay. On the bottom of the deck here, wow, look, we have the yin and the yang, which is upwards. So when it's upwards like this, it's talking about, it's talking about a balanced energy for sure, but it's also really bringing attention to this yin energy. Now the yin energy is our inward spiritual energy, okay? It's our inner knowing. Also our divine feminine energy. Behind that we have cornucopia. Oh wow, look at this. And a woman holding a coin with temple path. And a woman holding a heart, an action. Wow, and happy family. Okay. All right. There's some sort of inner guidance here. Now, for some of you, this might be, you might be the divine feminine watching this. Maybe for some divine masculine Scorpios, this is talking about really moving towards some sort of divine feminine within your life. But let's get into this. Okay, so In the the recent past energy here was the fourth chakra, the heart chakra. Okay, this is talking, about emotions. It's talking about the things we love. It can be talking about the things that we are most heartbroken of. Let's get some tarot, though. I'm going to shuffle these a couple times. And one more. Okay, Spirit, what do you want to discuss about this heart chakra in the recent past energy? Here is Scorpio. What do you want to discuss with the Scorpios about this heart chakra? What is it, Spirit, that you would like to discuss? We have the Five of Wands, the Wheel. What is it, Spirit? One more. Thank you. Okay, Eight of Cups. Wow. There was some sort of leveling up here that really had to happen within your heart chakra. For some of you, just kind of with the underlying here, maybe you've walked away from some heartbreak. Okay, maybe there has been some heartbreak in the past, some sort of, I don't know, something to do, and it doesn't even have to be romantic, okay? But there was some sort of growth here. That's what this Five of Wands is talking about. There was some sort of growth here that really had to happen to your heart. The Wheel of Fortune was behind that, with the Eight of Cups behind that. You see, the Hierophant, yeah, see, exactly. The Wheel here, Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Thank you, Spirit, thank you. All right. This Five of Wands energy, it's conflicting growth. Okay, it's challenging growth. It is leveling yourself up, but it's not exactly an easy leveling up here. And look at this. It was clarified by the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords. Now, the Hierophant here is the energy of like God on earth. So to me, it's always that energy of like the holy being that you can be, holding yourself to higher virtues, holding yourself to higher vibrations, even holding yourself accountable to walking the higher path. That is the Hierophant energy to me. Oftentimes it can be, even somebody who's like in your life, maybe it's the energy of somebody who is within your life, who is like holding you to some sort of like, I always find like the Hierophant has a higher moral code. You know what I mean? Now look at this though. It's this higher moral code that is moving. Okay, it's the energy of this Hierophant that is moving forward. The energy of the Knight of Swords is about movement. And when we're talking about leveling up here, I feel like the energy that we're discussing here is as you level yourself up here, you're leveling yourself up as a higher being than you've leveled yourself up before. This being of the Hierophant is the one who is moving forward. When we're discussing heart matters, we're often talking about the purest form of energy within us. Okay, because that's what our heart is. That is, we are soul-led beings. And so when we're inspired by things within our heart, those are pretty powerful energies. But they often call us, in order to go forward, listening to our hearts and to go forward in a balanced heart energy. I often find that that Hierophant energy is a very important aspect to that, because it's about living a higher intention life, living a higher frequency kind of life. Now, the Wheel of Fortune here, you see there's some sort of change that's coming in, and it was the Ace of Cups. That's what's coming here. There's some sort of new opportunity. This is a gift from Spirit. And it's a gift. It can be all sorts of different things. It can be new relationships. It can be new love. It can be new job opportunities. But it's a gift that is going to emotionally fill your heart. Okay, it's almost like that gift from the universe, gift from the Lord, that the Lord's like, this is a special one. I know you're going to feel this. And as it clarifies this wheel, this is what's changing. The wheel is all about, just how the universe shifts, how karmic cycles come in and out, right? The Wheel of Fortune is like, okay, things are changing. This is the Wheel of Fate. But it's moving, right? Like here it is. It's bringing in an Ace of Cups. It's bringing in this new beginning here. Now we have the Eight of Cups. So there was some sort of walking away that had to happen here. And I feel like this is the energy of the past. You embrace this energy here of the Hierophant to move forward. But what you're leaving behind here, is almost like this, look, this is what I'm seeing. It's almost like this stuff within the past is what you're leaving behind. Maybe there was something that was in your view sight that you just kept like climbing towards and it was always out of your reach. And then you kind of surrendered it, you know, like this Hierophant energy, you surrendered it and decided, you know what, I'm just going to follow my higher vibration path. I'm going to follow the Lord here. I'm going to listen to the guidance that needs to happen. And within that decision of following the higher road, you aligned yourself here to this Ace of Cups. The wheels within that movement, within that acknowledgement of becoming the Hierophant, becoming the higher being, you shifted the wheels of fate. You brought in this Ace of Cups, right? Here you left the bullshit in the past. Okay, that's what the Eight of Cups is. It's acknowledging that there is broken emotional past here that you have to leave behind. And then you embrace the Emperor energy, which is such, it's actually, it does have some, the Emperor is kind of a Scorpio energy as well, because it is about being so solidly sure of yourself. That's the energy of the Emperor, right? Somebody who is solid. They acknowledge that, okay, yes, I had to walk away from these cups, but there was no doubt in walking away from that. It maybe wasn't exactly the easiest thing, but you were solid in that knowing. Okay, maybe it was heart-wrenching, but you were solid in that decision here. Let's pull a Moonology card too for this recent past energy. And maybe it's not even that you were solid. I'm hearing maybe it's not even that you were solid, but it was the right thing to do. Can we clarify this Emperor one more time? Can you clarify this Emperor energy for us? Yeah, Eight of Swords. Wow. Okay, so you see this Emperor energy here with this Eight of Cups. It maybe wasn't that you were solid. You see, this Eight of Swords was here. This was the energy I feel of the past in which you left behind, where you were some sort of victim, okay, where you were stuck in something that you didn't want to be. And when you embrace this Emperor power, when you acknowledge that, you know what, I just need to walk away from that. I need to walk away from the mindset. And I mean, this can be different situations. It can be really shitty relationships or really, really shitty work relationships. It can just be even that mental fuckery in which we get stuck in, right? Where the pains of our past are what hold us hostage, right? It's like those things that, yeah, just those situations in life that make us feel trapped, make us feel limited, small, right? And that's what you walked away from here, because the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, they came out right after that Eight of Swords. You know, and it was like where you were in the observer stage here with this Page of Swords. You were learning the new habits, you were learning new patterns, you acknowledged that you wanted to go forward in a different process, both pages. So it's all about new beginning here. You know, one is about a new beginning of thinking, a new beginning of clarity, a new beginning of truth, right? And the Page of Fire here is about a new beginning of self. New beginning of inspiration, new beginning of authenticity, you know? So it was like this kind of like, I'm going to walk a new direction. I'm going to hold myself to new sort of thought patterns. And then this Page of Wands was like, I'm going to become a new me. And I love in this card, in this deck, see how these to me are always like patterns, like circles, right? Like, and here she is throwing the wand straight up and she's like, I'm breaking the patterns. I'm breaking the cycles of the old and I'm going forward here as a new beginning. And I feel that's what this Emperor energy is. You acknowledge that, wait a minute, the way I have been going, that wasn't going to serve me anymore. I'm changing the direction of my course. I'm beginning this new being of self. Communication is key, new moon in Gemini, and balanced spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. Beautiful energies, beautiful energies. Okay, so we are going to put these back into our Lightseers Tarot here. Okay, and we are going to discuss our current energy, which was the Angel of Love. Okay, so, I mean, here we've discussed your heart chakra energy. So, you know, maybe that was the imbalancing within that heart chakra energy. And, you know, coming from the past, you had to sort that out a little bit, right? You had to deal with that. You had to deal with that energy. You had to deal with that heartbreak. But now here we are, Angel of Love. Let's look at what this current energy of Angel of Love is. What is this current energy of the Angel of Love? Okay, we have the Empress, the Ace of Wands, and the Moon. Ace of Wands. Moon. Wow. Okay, you know, Scorpio, for some of you, you can definitely be embracing this new, you might be embracing new love. Maybe this is where maybe you had to deal with some hurt in the past here, and now you are going forward. And for some of you, it's going to be embracing self-love, okay? It's really going to be discovering yourself here on a very new level, because this Empress energy is about going forward and manifesting, growing, creating, embarking on new life here, embarking on some sort of new beginning. You see, in the Four of Swords clarified this Empress, because it really comes, this Empress energy, you're going to have to apply it where it fits, because this is going to be different for everybody. Because for each and every one of you, it is going to be a different sort of energy that you are wanting to create, that you are wanting to manifest, that you are wanting to give birth to. There's going to be some sort of this love. Maybe it has to do with relationships. Maybe it has to do with family. Maybe it has to do with self. But there is some sort of inward reflection here with this Four of Swords energy that is really going to guide you to the next level of manifestation. The Ace of Wands was behind the Empress. And the Ace of Wands here, this is a new beginning, a new fire, some sort of new passion that started. You can see here her third eye is illuminated. And it's almost like, as I've said a couple times, aces are gifts from spirit. You know, and the Ace of Wands here, this is about new passion. It's almost like this fire has been lit. And isn't it interesting? It's on her third eye, but it's almost like this fire has been lit by spirit. You know, it's that spark of flame that was almost divinely lit here. And it's interesting because that Ace of Wands was clarified by the Four of Wands and the Eight of Cups, which the Four of Wands is about happiness, completion. It can be weddings, engagements, coming together, right? But joy, celebration. And the Eight of Cups, that is what clarified this Ace of Wands, because again, here's that Eight of Cups again saying you have to let go of something though. If you're going to embrace the new happiness, which to me looks like there's a lot of love you want to have, Scorpio. And again, whether it's new relationships or it's love within self or it's just love, new inspired love within your own family here, there is some sort of happiness here that you're really wanting to embrace. Now, the Four of Wands clarified by the Knight of Wands. See, because it's about happiness that's authentic to you. So whether it's within your family dynamic and things are maybe shifting within that family dynamic, but it's something that inspires you. It's an authentic happiness, you know, and that's what Ace of Wands are. Like, this isn't about something, yes, okay, it could be a new project that's going to, you know, maybe illuminate happiness for everybody around you, but it's something that inspires you, okay? Lights your soul purpose, right? What's that Eight of Cups, though? Can we clarify this Eight of Cups? The Eight of Cups, look at this. It's just the Wheel of Fortune. And I see, and that could be very much what you're letting go here, is your need to control things. It's almost like you just let go of maybe how you've even been holding so tightly, you know, and maybe that's where this Ace of Wands all kind of comes to be, because when you allow yourself to do this inward reflection, you'll understand that releasing the things you have the hold on and allowing the universe to take control of that situation. That's how we spin the wheels of fate here. You do need to walk away from something. There's some sort of baggage, some sort of emotional baggage I feel that you're still kind of holding on to here. And it's releasing that. Because once you release that, that sets that wheel in motion. The Moon here. Now the Moon is about having faith. Okay, it's about surrendering here to the unknown. It's about not fearing the dark, not fearing what you cannot see. It's about having that faith in the Father that things are going to work out to best serve you. And look at here, it was clarified by the Fool. Because it's asking you to take this leap of faith, to surrender yourself here to the divine, to have that kind of faith in the unknown. And you know, that faith in the unknown comes from a connection to a higher, because that connection to a higher is what allows you to have the faith to take the leap, right? The Fool energy is all about taking that leap of faith, beginning something new here, right? Can you clarify what this new leap of faith may be referring to? Wow, Three of Cups, Ten of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, okay. You know, you're taking the faith into new love here, Scorpio. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be brand new relationships here, but it's definitely releasing the pain of the past. We have the Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Swords. You see, it's about embracing new fellowship, embracing new love, opening yourself up here to new opportunities, to new beginnings. The Ten of Swords is about walking away from the shit, just letting it go. You know, what you've been holding on to, what you've been fighting, what you've been resisting here, this is just allowing things to be what they need to be. Okay? Staring the beast in the face and just allowing it to be the past. Healing this pain. Okay? Acknowledging that, yes, okay, that pain, this Three of Swords maybe at one point was a crippling energy here, but it's not going to justify your future. You are letting go of that so that you can start anew here. Maybe it's the fear that, you know, you're only ever going to get heartbreak, and that's what you have to let go of. You have to let go here so that you can begin this fellowship, so you can begin the kind of relationships that Spirit is trying to bring into you, because what had to go needed to go, you know? Sometimes we hold on to relationships of the past because, you know, you're a good person and they're a good person, and you just don't want to let that go, right? You don't want to release that. But here, if we can just release ourselves from what we think should have been and start anew, that the Spirit is going to bring in what we do need, is going to still align love into our lives, is still going to align passion. That's a good spot to start. And it comes with the self-love, right? It really does. You have to have self-love and surrender that into the divine. Because once you can open yourself up to the level of self-love, then you can actually, I heard it today. How is that said? Oh, I can't remember it now. Sometimes I forget conscious things when I'm in the mode of channeling. All right, Angel of Love. Let us see. We have prosperity lies ahead with the new moon in Taurus. You know, and you are moving in the right path here, Scorpio. It's not that you're not, you know, and even if you feel like you're in this stage of, you know, having to let go, to release it, you have to, because that's where prosperity is ahead, and it comes with releasing yourself here from the pain of the past. Yeah, see, a new start is coming. The new moon. A new start is coming here for you. Wow, that's some beautiful current energy here. All right, Scorpio, let's see what can be the challenging energy. Now, interesting enough, the challenging energy that came out for you for this month was hostilities. That is quite the energy to deal with on a good day, right? Hostilities. You know, it's defensiveness. You know, it can be maybe where you got burnt in the past, maybe you got, and that makes sense, because like, look what just came out, right? That, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords, right? There's a situation of hostility there, right? Maybe you're fighting what wants to come in just because you're afraid of being hurt. You know, that's a reasonable explanation. But we have to heal from that if we're going to want to embrace, that's what this past energy is, of healing your heart chakra, right? Can you clarify these hostilities for us, please? Clarify the energy here of this hostility. What could be this Scorpio's hostility here this month? Wow. Okay, so we have the Temperance, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. Okay, you see, some of this hostility, we have the Temperance, the Ace of Cups, and the Magician. So the Temperance is about balance, but it's also about patience. It's also about God's timing. It's also about, you can see here, he's sitting here and he's waiting. Like, he's balancing both his inner knowledge and his outer action here in his hands. But he's in kind of like this pause state, because he's not about to move until the time is right. Now, interesting enough, it was clarified by the Ace of Wands. So here's this new spark, here's this new passion, and yet there's still some sort of, maybe it's the balance, maybe it's the time that it's taking here to bring in this new spark, or to bring in this new idea that's making you fairly hostile to this. The Ace of Cups here with the Seven of Swords, to me, this is like the opportunity coming in, and it's almost like you're thinking, oh, well, it's shady. Can I even trust that cup, or is it going to be something that isn't going to turn out here? And the Magician here, this is the energy of embracing your own power, and it was clarified by the moon. Because how do we embrace our own power? We have to have faith, right? To embrace the energy of the magician here, it's about acknowledging that all the answers you need have always been inside of you. You have all the power you need to answer any question, to answer any doubts within inside you. It's having the faith. It's surrendering yourself over to the divine so that you can understand the messages here that are for you, so that you're not afraid to walk through the unknown. So you're not afraid to walk through the darkness. Those are uncomfortable times. Those are uncomfortable energies to be in, but they're ones that we hit often within our lives, right? This Ace of Cups energy, though, to me, it's like, here's that Ace of Cups. Here's that opportunity that the Lord was giving you here, in your recent past and your current energy. And it's like, yeah, with that Seven of Swords, it's like, yeah, I just don't trust it. Like, it's like, I fear that is some sort of shady energy here. Like, I don't feel like that cup. And remember, Ace of Cups are gifts from Spirit. Yeah, see? Seven of Wands clarifies this Seven of Swords. It's like you're defensive here, And maybe you're defensive because there's a lot of people spewing shit in your own realm, and here it's getting straight. Maybe some people are saying this Ace of Cups is no good. Okay, maybe this is friends. Maybe this is people telling you that, wait a minute, that cup that you have, you should be careful. Maybe it's shady. Maybe other people are seeing that. But if you know that something is right for you, if you can feel it in the depths of your soul, and you've sat with yourself, you've done that inner guidance here, then, it's about embracing your own light, right? I mean, certainly don't stick out in toxic, dangerous situations just because you're like, oh, but I love them. Like, no. What else is with this Seven of Swords? How else would you? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, see, you're really having to find your light here. So whatever this opportunity, this new opportunity here, whatever this defensiveness is around it, okay? And maybe it's some sort of sneaky energy, but it's about you finding your light here and being really solid in your own steadiness, okay? This King of Wands energy, to me, is that masculine energy of being rock solid within who you are. Understanding that every part of you is going to be able to answer every part of the situation at hand. Okay, when it comes out with this Seven of Wands, it's like you can defend yourself. You can protect your energy here because you frickin' stinking well know how solid you are. Okay, no, you don't question this energy. Upright just doesn't question themselves. Okay, there's no questioning there. Now look at that though. I feel like it's come from this Five of Pentacles energy, because the Five of Pentacles is about despair. It's about loneliness. Okay, going through hard times. And I feel like that's probably where a lot of this energy has come from. And maybe even where some of that defensiveness has come from, right? Like, you have been hurt. You know what that, and it's almost like, that defensiveness, that hostility. Like, I know what that kind of shitty energy feels like. So if there's any sign of that, I'm out, right? Temperance, Ace of Wands. Clarify this Ace of Wands a little more, please. Break down this Ace of Wands a little more for me for the Scorpios, please. Yeah, see, it's like this Ace of Wands to me is like, you want to start something here with somebody. Maybe for some of you it's work related or friendship related, but I do feel like for some of you there's like some sort of new romantic cycle here that you're wanting to start, Scorpio. But you're wanting to build something that's really solid and authentic to yourself, Yeah, Justice and the Three of Cups. Three of Pentacles, Justice, and the Three of Cups. Isn't that so interesting that we keep getting Three of Cups and another kind of energy here? Because, see, that's what you want to build. You want to build a solid foundation here. You want to build solid connections. Whether it is with friendships, whether it is romantic, whether it is with work, you want to build solid, balanced, very much like this Temperance, balanced relationships. Okay. This defensiveness can totally come from being, anything that is not balanced, anything that is not harmonized here, or spiritually, even spiritually based, because that's what these kind of connections are. The Three of Cups are, yes, okay, they're connections, but they're spiritually based connections. It's not just surface level stuff. Okay, it's being connected emotionally, sometimes physically, but spiritually, right? And here, that's the kind of beginnings. That's the kind of, this Ace of Wands, that's the kind of beginning you're looking to build here. A very balanced, solid energy, a very balanced, solid structure here, whether it is to build new love or whatever it is. And I get this hostility, you know, again, it could just be you being hostile to anything that isn't balanced, but do be accountable to it, right? Like which part of it are you maybe trying to, oh shit, I wanted to pull a moon card for that. Poop. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. That's interesting that you have both of those Taurus moons, because the Taurus moons kind of have that like checklist to them, right? Where you're making a checklist, you're checking it twice, you know, making sure that you're making the right steps down the direction that you want to go, right? And that includes within personal growth. So we have your dreams need a practical plan here, which is the full moon in Taurus. And then it's time to take action, which is the new moon in Aries. Okay. And moving on to our near future energy here. Approaching energy, whatever you want to call it. But what is coming up? A man holding a coin. What is this energy of the man holding a coin? Can you clarify this man holding a coin? Can you clarify the man holding a coin here? How does this energy affect Scorpio this month? How does this energy affect Scorpio for the month of February? Okay. We have that Five of Pentacles again. The Wheel, the Four of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, wow, that's what shifts, that's what changes. Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Okay, look. So this man holding a coin. For some of you, it can be masculine energy. Sorry, that is what it is. It is masculine energy. For some of you, it could be a masculine within your life. Maybe you are the masculine here. But this is about, so our masculine side, as I said, is the action, is our work side here. Okay, that's what this is discussing. Showing up, claiming your pentacle, finding your worth, you know, moving in that direction. Maybe it's dealing with a boss, maybe it's dealing with a lover, blah, blah, blah. But the Five of Pentacles is what came out and clarified first off. Okay, that was the first card here. This is about the loneliness. This is about the despair. Could be about where finances have been maybe tight in the past. Okay, but look at what's shifted here. I love in this card that you can see the key. I love that the moonlight is illuminating the key. Now, after that Five of Pentacles, we had the Wheel of Fortune. Look at that. Fate's changing. Fate's rotating in your favor. Then we have the Two of Wands, because this is a decision in which you are going to have to make to move yourself in a different direction, right? If we're going to walk in a different direction, we have to acknowledge the steps before us and then move ourselves in the direction we want to go, right? Two of Wands. Look at that. Four of Swords comes after that, because it is going to take reflection to figure out which way you are going to want to walk. Okay? This decision, this Two of Wands decision, comes with inward reflection. Okay? Six of Pentacles after. Here is the acknowledgement that what you are going to put out is what you are going to get back in. It's about being honest about the energy you are putting out. If you want love, then it is the energy of, it's like where, you know, if you want love from others, that has to be the love that you are giving, you know? How do I even explain that? It's about loving others the way you would want to be loved, you know, loving freely, loving wholly, loving truthfully, right? And then within giving that kind of love to others, that is how you receive that kind of love back, right? Even within giving yourself that kind of love, that is how you receive, you know, it first stems from loving yourself within that wholesome kind of energy. And then it ripples over into loving others with that wholesome kind of energy. And through all of that, we receive that kind of love back from the universe. You see? I love how it's like this whole transition from the Five of Pentacles to the Six of Pentacles. You know, fate shifted, you made the decision, you found the inward reflection, and then you acknowledge the energy you were putting out here. For some of you, maybe it is even a masculine within your life that's really figuring that out. Wow, Five of Pentacles gets the Justice and the Three of Cups. Yeah, see? I feel like maybe for some of you, you got caught up on this. Some sort of low vibration, could have to do with finances. Maybe finances were really tight. Maybe finances were a really big thing for you, Scorpio. Okay, maybe you got really hung up on that idea. And look, when you address this energy here with balance, it balances out your relationships here. And I feel like that's really what you're acknowledging here. Maybe for some of you, it's moving from this Five of Pentacles energy and balancing out whatever this relationship is. Because the Five of Pentacles doesn't have to just be about finances. Okay, it is about, Pentacles are about how we tangibly feel, how we feel in the earthly world, how we physically feel, okay? And this is the energy of despair and loneliness. Maybe for some of you, you know, there is balance to some sort of relationship. Maybe there's some sort of healing that happens within this energy. What's the wheel? Can you clarify the wheel here for us? Wow. King of Wands and the Devil. What does the Two of Wands get here, Spirit? Can you clarify the Two of Wands? Knight of Wands. The Four of Swords. Yep. Judgment. Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles energy for the Scorpio. Thank you, Spirit. Empress. Wow. Okay, yeah, you see, I do feel like what we're moving towards here is where you're doing this healing, where you're acknowledging, liberating yourself even from that kind of pain, to go forward, to connect. It's not like you want to stay in this past energy of being lonely, of being despairing. And I feel like this is where you step up. You draw the line in the sand. You liberate yourself here, okay? You bring justice to this situation of feeling heartbroken, and you do the self-accountability work here to bring in this kind of fellowship. Yeah, because look, here's the wheel. Here's the shift. It was you acknowledging your own steadiness. Again, that King of Wands energy, but your own worthiness, you know, and even your own authenticity here. It's about embracing yourself, becoming higher than the low vibration devil energy. Okay. And it's not about leaving an ego-led life. Maybe you've been leading some sort of ego-led life here, and it's about being a soul-led being, but it's about releasing yourself from the toxic shit of the past. Okay. It's letting that go. That devil energy is just, it's held you, it's crippled you. Okay. It's been keeping you trapped as this victim here. And as you embrace your authenticity, as you embrace your true self, and just it's like how you become accountable for exactly who you want to be in this life, where you're just like, you know what, I have the power to be exactly who I want to be, and I'm no longer going to be this victim. See, the decision here was to be yourself, the Knight of Wands, right? To embrace your authenticity, to embrace your fire, to embrace your purpose, your passions, what sparks you. The reflection here, look at that Four of Swords energy, the Judgment. Because it's coming forward. It's embracing this new life. It's embracing the healing. You know, that's what this inner reflection is bringing you. The healing that needs to happen, whether that is the surrendering here to the divine. I can't push that enough, right? Like, it's beyond religion for sure. We are discussing spirituality, but it is about releasing the shame, releasing the guilt, releasing the pains, right? It's about coming to the higher and being like, you know what? I understand that what wasn't meant for me in my life, you have removed. Therefore, what is before me is now for me, right? Moving, having faith. That's that kind of judgment energy, because the judgment energy doesn't always mean that we get the happy ever after we thought was going to be our happy after. It means that we open ourselves up to acknowledge that what is for us is already around us, you know, or is coming towards us, as long as we open ourselves up to receive the offering from Spirit, right? That Ace of Cups. When we're not hostile about that Ace of Cups, but accepting and welcoming. The Six of Pentacles, look at that. What you put out is what you will always manifest, Scorpio. And this is kind of that clarity, because the Emperor's energy is about manifesting. It's about co-creating, growing with Spirit. You know, and if you're putting out negativity, what are you getting back? You will manifest some dark ass shit. So manifest beautiful new beginnings here, Scorpio. Let's get a Moonology card here. Okay, that one definitely wanted to come out. Look at that. The end of a tough cycle approaches, which is the full moon in Capricorn. The end of a tough cycle approaches. One more. What do you need to release? What were we just talking about? Right? The end of a tough cycle approaches. New moon in Capricorn. And the waning moon. What do you need to release? Seriously, I love cards. Okay, Scorpio, we are going to pull, from the angels and the ancestors here. So this is an oracle deck, the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, and it is by Kyle Gray. Solid, solid deck. I love it. All right, angels and ancestors, what do you have to tell Scorpio? What would you like the Scorpio to embrace as they go forward into the month of February? What is your message here that you would like the Scorpios to embrace? All right. Scorpio, what would you like the Scorpios to embrace here, Spirit? Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Wow. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Oh, that's funny. It's not funny, but it's interesting to me. Because here I was talking about surrendering, talking about, the Lord. And here he pops up. Great teacher. Know that what is happening around you is divinely inspired. Learn from your current experiences and then share them with others. This card was inspired by Jesus, who is one of the most widely acknowledged and loved spiritual teachers of all time. But there is a great teacher in every tradition, and this card represents the one to whom you feel closest, as well as the great teacher within. The teacher wears simple clothes here to demonstrate that even if you live a simple life, it can be an incredibly spiritual one. He is surrounded by a sense of serenity and harmony because he has absolute trust in the higher power that moves through him. And the dove on this card represents receiving answers to prayers through signs and experiencing peace through joy. This card can represent a teacher in your life or a great teacher within. Either way, it shows that you have dedicated a lot of time, effort, and energy to understanding yourself and the world. You have spiritual experiences at this time and gaining a greater awareness of what you need to do in order to grow. There is a great chance that if you've been having any challenges recently, you've surmounted them and allowed them to be vehicles to lessons that are helping your spiritual connection. If you feel that you have received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. Isn't that interesting? Especially when the first angel card was a hello from heaven. Wow. If you feel you have received messages from heaven or the universe recently, this card is confirmation that these have indeed been holy experiences. Wow, Scorpios, if any of you have had some sort of experience like that, please comment that in the comment section. I'd love to hear those. That is beautiful. All right, Scorpio, that concludes our February reading. So if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't hit that subscription button yet, do so. I'd love you to be a part of our family. Until next time, Scorpio, take great care of your soul. Bye now.